I'm Augustus. I'm running for president in 2028. I'm standing here on the grounds of the Virginia State Capitol in Richmond because this is where the pulse of the Commonwealth and the roots of our country are strongest. This Capitol was designed by Thomas Jefferson himself to reflect the ideals of a new republic. Like in the 1700s, we need a revolution, it seems, to refocus government from prioritizing corporate and the ultra-rich's interests back to a focus of government for the people and what is important to them, to us. Today is day 2 of my 50+1 Capitals tour. My plan seems obvious and necessary to me, but for many presidential candidates, it could be considered revolutionary. I will be visiting every state capital of this country, including Honolulu and Juneau, over the course of the next 59 days. Not to give motivational speeches, but to listen to the people, and, hopefully, to truly hear what problems the general public needs fixing. Virginia is at the center of the American story. It is a land where the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains meet the salt air of the Chesapeake Bay, and where the fertile soil of the Piedmont has sustained generations. Historically, this is the mother of states, the home of the thinkers who first whispered the words liberty and justice. To lead, one must respect the history of this state and the diversity of the people who called these varied landscapes home. To lead this country effectively, you have to actually know the country. You have to breathe in the crisp fall air of the Northeast, feel the heat in the South and Southwest, and stand in awe on the Great Plains. You need to admire the magnificent views of the Pacific Coast Highway, cross the mighty Mississippi, and traverse the passes of the rugged and majestic Rockies. You cannot lead a people you do not know, and you cannot know the people from inside a speeding motorcade, a high-flying jet, or a gilded office. Having lived in 7 states and visited all 50 states at least once before, I feel I have a glimmer of understanding of who the people of the United States truly are. But you can never stop learning. So I am visiting each state again. And I plan to do this again and again and again during the course of my presidential and my potential presidential term in office. Now you might be thinking, who is this guy? Why should I vote for him? As I said, I'm Augustus. I was born in New York State 64 years ago. Like you, I've spent much of my life working. I've seen presidents and Congresses come and go. I've seen industries rise and fall. And I've watched as the people who keep this nation functioning are treated like sheep or cattle, as resources, not people. But is he qualified, you may be wondering? The Constitution says I am, but what does qualified mean to you? For me, qualified means that a person is able to do the work necessary to help bring about a better quality of life for the people of every city and every state in the nation. I am able and driven to succeed. It seems to me that many representatives have forgotten the primary requirement of the job, remembering who they work for. They shouldn't work for the lobbyists, they shouldn't work for their party, and they definitely should not work for the ultra-rich. Your representatives, including the President of the United States, should work for you, period. I stand for the people, not for corporations that treat their employees like line items, not for the ultra-rich who view the law as a suggestion, not for the special interests who believe that everyone else should live the way that the special interests think they should. I still believe in the America our founders envisioned here in Virginia, a land of opportunity and freedom, not where we find ourselves now, in a land of glass ceilings and locked doors. Why consider a person like me for the highest office in the land? Maybe it's because you're exhausted. You're sick of being forced to choose between generic candidate A and generic candidate B, two sides of the same coin, twin men and women born of different mothers. Maybe it's because you want to be able to support someone who not only sees the United States as a beacon of hope rather than a global punchline, but for someone who has also the will to push for the laws and policies that will get us shining brightly on that hill once more. The motto of this Commonwealth is Sic Semper Tyrannis, thus always to tyrants. It's a bold reminder etched in our history. And right now, we have a wannabe tyrant in the White House. Let's get him and anyone who supported him out of government. I'm headed to Columbia, South Carolina tomorrow. I have many miles and 49 state capitals ahead of me. If you see me on a state house's steps, don't take a picture. Come over and say hello. Tell me what's keeping you up at night. Tell me what you want for your children. I'm Augustus, and I'm here to listen. I'll see you on the steps where you live. Hi, I'm Augustus, and I'm running for president in 2028. I'm standing here on the grounds of the Virginia State Capitol of Richmond because